Hey guys, welcome back to another Moondog trading video. Today's video, we got the pump. We got some Amazon news. Right after I did my video, we got a beautiful looking pump here. But then we did something here. You know what? Let me clear this up. If you guys don't know, this was one of my charts I did where we got the highs and the lows. You can look back here. We got the highs and the lows, and then we got the bear market and the bull market cycles here on this indicator. And most of the time, once we got it from this, once we got into a bull market, we would always get into this white area when we create new lows and then start a new bull market. You could see where we came up, boom, we had a little fake out there, and then here we came down, went to a bear market on this indicator. Okay, we traded sideways. I'm waiting for this big bump and run still. This is the pattern I'm waiting for. Boom, the two touches, and we're waiting for this to play out. Maybe do something like this, trade a little sideways in here, or it could just break out. But I'm waiting for the bump and run to break this all-time high up here. That's what I'm waiting for. Okay, but I'm going to show you where we got rejected and why. One of the reasons on a technical analysis perspective why we got rejected. Okay. And I added these moving averages because we talked about all these moving, the 50, the 20, the 200. All right, I'm going to clear these. I'm going to clear this up here real quick, guys. Everything I say, I'm not a financial advisor. Everything I say is just my opinion. This is just educational purposes only, okay? So we cleared up the indicators. We cleared up the chart a little bit. We came out of our wedge here, okay? And I told you this is a bullish pattern. We hit the bottom, okay? We hit the bottom of our targets down here, and then we did our bounce, all right? So now we're catching, we got a little bit of resistance right here, actually, at 37,520. Well, that's why I had it marked, but we did hit the high of 37,531, so I was about $10 off from that, but that's where I had my line in the sand. So let's see if we can break back here and get back up here. Now you can see what happened here, guys. So this green line is the 200 moving average, okay? This line here is the 100-day moving average. This line here is the 50-day moving average, which we talked about, especially on the weekly, being a good thing, getting above this, okay? Because this was very bullish, right? But now we're fighting with the 100, and eventually we're going to fight with the 200. But eventually, if we can keep trading sideways, okay, it's not a bad thing if we keep trading sideways here. I wouldn't get too frustrated if we get back down to 34, 35. I mean, of course, we could just go straight up from here. It's Bitcoin. Anything can happen. But if we go longer in this pattern, the more bullish I'll be, because what will happen is this 200 will slowly start to come down. This will start to come up, the 50, right? And we'll still be moving along in this pattern. Then we can break out of the bump and run. And you know what will happen? We will get what we called a golden cross. Everybody talked about the death cross, okay? This will then turn into a golden cross on top of the bump and run, guys. I'm telling you, this is setting up for something huge. Is it right now? Maybe. But I'm thinking we could go higher in this pattern and flirt around, but I think we're going to flirt around then and then go. I think we got a little bit more movement trading sideways in this zone from 41 300 to 42 maybe, and then down of course at the bottom from 28 800 to 29 to 30 area. We can flirt around in this zone before we break out, which is not a bad thing, guys. If you're bullish and you're long term, you kind of want that to happen, because, like I said, it'll set it up for a bigger move to break this all-time high. Okay, and that's obviously if you want to be bullish and you want to go long term on crypto, that's what you want, right? So this is what we're waiting for Bitcoin. This is what I'm waiting for. So I think we still got. I don't know if we're gonna just bust straight through here and get past the 200 and the 100 and just fly like everybody thinks we are. There's going to be a fight and a struggle, okay? And a lot of this was based on, first we talked about that weekly and golfing candle. If you looked at my last video, and I said if we if we get past this candle here, and I'll show it to you guys real quick. All right, you're going to see what I'm talking about. And I said, hey guys, if we close above this last weekly candle, which we did right here, I said we're going to move up fast. And that's exactly what happened. We went up quick. Okay, there was, and I said if we didn't, I'm still looking bullish here. But this would definitely bring us up to the $40,000 mark, or even possibly 41 to 42, which we didn't get there, and because of, I think, the 100-day moving average played a part in that as well. So, and plus, I want to show you this Amazon news too. Of course, this comes out as soon as the run starts happening. We're hitting the 40,500. Guess what happens? Amazon denies report of accepting Bitcoin as payment. And then you guys can look this up yourself. But yeah, I mean, then you get news. You're starting to get the FUD. It's crazy how, oh wait, that's the Ethereum chart. But it's crazy how, they come out with good news at perfect timing, right at the close. Then we get the pump. And then all of a sudden the news is, oh no, that's not true. Boom. And then now it's speculation. Okay. So now they keep us on the fence, right? So who knows who's paying who to do what? But we know the big whales are buying, paying for those articles and paying people money, and they're playing their games. Okay, the institutions are definitely dipping into this because that's institution play. They use the media. When I first started trading Bitcoin, it was just traders. It was just traders trading. Anywhere from a $15 to $3,000 range. I mean, for a long time, for a good 3 or 4 years. Ever since the 2017, right? So yeah, I mean, and it was just traders trading. It wasn't really. I mean, there'd be news every once in a while that would pump it, but it wasn't not like it is now. Now it's like Bitcoin is just news driven. I mean, it is. I mean, people can tweet and just completely wreck a whole chart. Now, was this setting up for a big move to begin with? Yeah. We could have gone lower, and then they pumped it. I mean, they didn't want it going lower. Like I said, if you're holding long, why do you want these institutions that have a lot of money in it, they're going to pay and they're going to do interviews and they're going to do whatever they can to get this price movement back up. That's what they do, right? So if you guys want to look, you could jot these levels down, but we have the 200, which is at, we'll just go to this right here. We'll move all the way over. It's at 40,600. Okay, we have the 200 at 44. Now this will change. So this will go lower. As Bitcoin stays down, this will come down lower. But right now, that's where we're at for the 100. We still have the target at 41.35, which is the monthly high. Okay, that is the monthly high. So that would be a target for Bitcoin. And of course, we still got to break at least a 4-hour candle above this 37,531 area. Okay, that's where the high was. Even though I had it, I should bring that up a little bit because I was a little bit short on that. I'll have to type it in, won't I? Oh, that's good enough. Oh, it went right back to my level. Oh, we're just going to leave it, guys. You guys get the point, right? So we want to get a 4-hour candle above 37,530. That would be nice, right? For more continuation to the upside. Now, we still got to pay attention to the futures and what they're going to do tonight. I mean, it is 9 o'clock. We'll look at the futures here in a little bit and see what they're doing. But we're going to look at Ethereum now because we're almost 9 minutes in. We haven't talked about Ethereum. Ethereum, we talked about this wedge. I kind of cleaned this wedge up. We came out of my wedge. We had this little fake out, but we didn't on the hour chart. But we didn't get a 4-hour candle. We kept getting these wicks, but we couldn't get the closes, opening closes. And you can see where we came down. We bounced off of it here, and kind of we wicked it down, but we're still above it on a 4-hour. The 4-hour just opened up an hour ago because of the daily. So yeah, we just got these wicks, but we didn't get really anything here that got us too excited. Okay, so we're still in this trend here. Now this does have more potential to break to the downside. Like I said, we had a couple fake outs here, but we could also wiggle up higher before we go to the downside. So keep that in mind. Also, of course, guys, I'm not going to not talk about it, okay? The W pattern, right? Okay? So we had this W pattern, which it did have a little peak here. And they really, man, they really pushed it here, guys, because what they did was they had this W and we wanted to break that trend, right? Oh, I just drew an extra line there. We wanted to break that W trend right here in the middle, right? At 24.11. We broke it. Okay. I believe we got up to, what was it? 24.30, I believe it was. Let's look. Right around there. Yeah. Right around 35, 36 area. But we did break it. But what happened was we were like 10 minutes away or 15 minutes away from closing the 4 hour, and then we got the dump. We were so close of getting the W pattern, but we definitely wanted to see an hour or 4 hour candle close. I mean, because this is a big move, guys. This is on the daily. When you get a W on the daily like this, and let me draw it out for you if you can't see it. When you get a W on the daily like this, this is a big move. This should push us up with the target around $31,000. I mean, $3,100. Jesus, I'm thinking it's Bitcoin for a minute. So yeah, I did it again. Sorry, guys. But yeah, so right around that target would be the target area. Okay. And we would get that for moving the top to this, to the bottom here. Okay. From the top here, and then moving it up here. And then that's how we'd get our target, right? So basically, yeah, around that area, maybe give or take a couple dollars, guys, most likely right around this area right here, because we have some resistance right there. So maybe 3,096 area would be the potential target for the W pattern. And if you look here, this is the thing with wedges. It always changes. If I go to the hour, you can see how it's off on the daily, right? And then I go to the hour, it's a little bit different on the hour chart. Okay. And then I go to the 4 hour, it's different on the 4 hour. That's just the way it is. Now, if we go to the daily, we make our adjustments, we could probably do that. Let's bring it up a little bit. Okay. We can maybe go from, let's see, that doesn't line up. Let's see. Well, we could get maybe 2 touches right there. But I mean, this is kind of pushing it. But we could do something like that. But really, it's more of whatever the 4 hour is going to do, really, because that'll determine the up and down movement real fast, of the quickness of the movement. Okay. But we're looking for more of the W on this. Okay. We want to see this W pattern break out on the daily. So we want this thing to get a close above here. If we can get a daily close above here, very, very bullish, guys. Above 24.11, very bullish on a daily close. Okay. So just keep that in mind. And even a 4 hour, when we get closer to the daily, would be nice as well. So keep that in mind, guys. And as we're speaking, Bitcoin is trying to make a move right now as we speak. Could we draw something out here? Let's go look. We're 13 minutes in here. I don't want to make this video too long for you guys. Let's see here. What do we got? Anything interesting? Now we got this trend here. We got a trend here that we don't want to break that trend, and maybe a couple touches here. Okay. So, I mean, that's a big, so we look for maybe a bounce. Let's look and see what the hour chart's doing. Yeah, you can see we've kind of broke down here. Is there an M pattern? Well, no. Yeah, so we could retest. We could retest the 35,300, depending how far we go down. It could come down here and be 35,800 if we move sideways more. So, but yeah, I mean, we could retest this area again for a possible bounce on this wedge and go higher up, and eventually hit this 41, then come down. But like I said, guys, we're talking about the bump and run, and we're talking about trading sideways for a little bit more. So that's my view on Bitcoin. Okay, a little bit more of this movement. So I'm not expecting this thing to break out and go crazy like everybody else is. But are we looking bullish on the weekly? Yes. Yes, we are. We are looking very bullish on the weekly. So it could happen. This could be the time. But with Bitcoin, they never, no one, they're not going to make it this easy. It's just not. If they make it this easy, they're going to really try to wipe us out. And this could be a big fake out. So I don't want to see that fake out. I want to see this move happen and go. And then I want to see the golden cross. That's what I want to see. So listen, guys, much love to you guys. Trade levels. We'll look for levels, like I said. Maybe potential. Let's see here. What is this daily chart? Okay, so 36,675 area and 35,900 area. Around those areas, we could see maybe a potential bounce there, or this could just break, like I said, and keep going. So let's see what happens. Right now, the volume's kind of low, so we'll keep an eye on it. But listen, guys, much love to you guys. We'll try to get this bump and run eventually, and keep an eye on Ethereum as well, because we get this W, it's going to break out. So just keep that in mind. Listen, guys, much love. I hope you guys all make money. Have a great night. And we'll do another video tomorrow. And if I got to start doing 2 videos a day, then that's what I'll have to start doing. Last night, when this ran, I wasn't home. So, I mean, I was in it, but I wasn't at my house. So that's why I did my video and told you guys I had to go. But listen, last 2 videos, guys, I mean, we called them perfect, right? I mean, at 32, I said, hey, this thing's about to go up. I said, hey, we close above here. This thing's going to go real fast. Everything that we talked about happened. And then I said, if it didn't, close that weekly, that we could grind a little sideways more, but or pull back even to the to its lower level. But hey, we got the weekly close and it ripped. So that's what happened. All right, guys, much love to you guys. And it's still looking bullish on the weekly, so just hang in there. If something changes, just look at the chart and just go level by level. All right. So listen, peace out to you guys and much love.